With editing and accessing elements in a character array, it's very similar to what we had in arrays when we use integers, doubles, floats, stuff like that. Remember, you're going to see me kind of go back and forth. A C string is an array. It is a character array, and you're going to be reminded of that many times throughout these set of notes. So you have to declare the C string first, which basically looks like an array. The only thing that's different about it is our char, but also the other part that's going to be very different about it, and we've probably mentioned it before already, is that \0, which you've probably heard before. But anyway, now, a couple things that we're going over here in this particular example. Number one, because we have a certain number of characters for this particular array, CN is actually rather dangerous. CN will allow you to type in any number of characters, but as soon as you hit enter, you're done. Now, CN doesn't let you type in numbers with a space and then more numbers, but if you want to lengthen it out, that's a problem. So using cn.getLine is actually the safer way of doing this because of two big reasons. Number one, the biggest reason is that it will actually tell you, hey, I want up to the first 50 characters, which is actually a misnomer, so bear with me here, or sooner if they hit the enter button on your keyboard. Like I said, this is a misnomer. I'm going to prove this a little bit later on down the road. That 50 is actually 49. Why is it 49? I bet you guessed it. It's that damn \0 thing. So be careful that this is really the proper way of doing this to be safe and not overloading your array that is size 50. You want to match it with their getLine size 50 as well to not overwrite data and make sure there's enough space in there for what you need. This is the safest way of doing that. Now, in this particular example, what I did is I put my name in there for the entry, which is only 5 characters, so 6 with that \0. So that just worked out fine because it was either 50 or less as long as with the enter. We're fine. But I wanted to show you something that's very similar to what you had in arrays. So I reprinted out the whole name, which is Sean being highlighted right now, and then the string length of that particular string, which is 5. Nothing crazy there either. Now, but it ended at Sean, is S starts at 0, HAWN, that's actually index number 4, right? That it really ended on. So what I did anyway was manually I went ahead and displayed index 7, 5, and 30. I wanted to show you that, frankly, it's displaying garbage. Now, at 7, you'll notice that's a weird character there. I don't know what the heck that is. At index 5. At index 5, remember, it actually should be that \0, right? But it shows up. It doesn't show up, does it? It just shows up as a space, doesn't it? Interesting thing about that \0. And then at 30, there was garbage in there. If we're not using that spot in the array, very similar to what we had in arrays or integers, doubles, and floats, it'll be garbage, or what was left from before. That's why it's really important to be safe with this cn.getLine, especially because of that \0 helps us, tells us that, even tells us cout. Hey, I want you to cout the whole name, and cout goes, okay, I'm going to go through it with Sean, SHAWN, oh, \0, I stop. That's how important that \0 is in C strings. So just a heads up, when we're editing and accessing an element, this is what we have to worry about. And this is also a little bit of an introduction to validation, which will come up later.